sola tochemune am segula boi khala
You shall love Adonai with all of your heart, with all of your soul, and with all of your might. Take to heart these commandments I give you this day. Remember and tell all your children to live by my ways. Speak of them when you're home, when you're on your way, when you lie down and get up and go about your day, as a sign on your hand and upon your head, on the side of your doorposts, my commandments may always be read. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Baruch Shekemo Malechuto Leolam Vaed. Please remember, observe all these words that I've said, to live and be holy for years straight ahead. For I am your God, out of Egypt I led. Be holy, be righteous, remember the words that I've said. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Baruch Shem Kevod Malechuto Leolam Vaed. You shall love Adonai with all of your heart, with all of your soul, and with all of your might. Take to heart these instructions I give you this day. Remember and tell all your children to live, oh, to live and remember my ways.
like you're fading away. Just call right out, we'll find a way. From a narrow place to a wide open space. From a narrow place to a wide open.
The door of our door for generations and generations, and the door of our door, the door, the door of our door for generations and generations, and the door of our door,
Look around the world, look around your town. Every single age is represented all around. You see them everywhere, every street, avenue or boulevard. Anywhere, any beach, any park or any yard.
The door of our door for generations and generations, and the door of our door, the door.
Ecclesiastes said one generation goes and another generation arrives. He got it wrong. For years we all live side by side.
Can you lean on those who arrived here before? Can you learn from those you remember being born?
Can you see that we are all together evermore?
The door of our door for generations and generations, and
We have a few more seats on the bima. I would love for you to be on the bima, bringing us your warmth because it's so cold out. Do we have any more? Not really, actually. Come over here. Look, he said you're not leaving. You got to recruit 2 more. You and your wife. Where's Michelle? We lost our drummer. There he is. There is one more coveted seat up here. Start singing. Hine matov umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. Page 10. Hine matov umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. Present, an opportunity to imagine all of the prayers that have existed in this sacred space. A new moment to speak our own prayers. Our 4th LA Oneg. Raise your hand if you've never been to LA Oneg. It's good. We're starting to get more returnees. That's a good sign. So what does Oneg mean? There's some experts here, but it means joy. It's not just the joy. The word oneg, usually you think of the cookies outside after services. But tonight, we aim to make our Shabbat prayers, our Sabbath prayers, the dessert, sweet, fulfilling, and always wanting more. Even this late, this joy, it happens. The coming of love, the coming of light. You wake and the candles are lit as if by themselves. The stars gather. I'm reminded the first time that we were here, Jenni said, "Oh, it looks like stars in the sky." And when they renovated, they did that on purpose. Stars in the sky and the sand below. And that's what we are surrounded with here. So as we journey through this experience tonight, I'm going to ask you to reflect on what brought you here tonight, especially all these new members and your beautiful faces, to say good night, week, and ask yourself how you've changed, though the melodies of our tradition remain. May peace be upon us all. We continue with Shalom Aleichem on page 24. Sing with us, sing out. Shalom Aleichem, Malachi Hasharet, Malachi Elyon, Mimelech, Malachi Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem, Malachi Hasharet, Malachi Elyon, Mimelech, Malachi Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem, Malachi Hasharet, Malachi Elyon, Mimelech, Malachi Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem l'shalom, Malachi Hashalom, Malachi Elyon, Mimelech, Malachi Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem l'shalom, Malachi Hashalom, Malachi Elyon, Mimelech, Malachi Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem l'shalom, Malachi Hashalom, Malachi Elyon, Mimelech, Malachi Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu ni l'shalom, Malachi Hashalom, Malachi Elyon, Mimelech, Malachi Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Sing with me. Baruch Hu ni l'shalom, Malachi Hashalom, Malachi Elyon, Mimelech, Malachi Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu ni l'shalom, Malachi Hashalom, Malachi Elyon, Mimelech, Malachi Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Seichem l'shalom, Malachi Hashalom, Malachi Elyon, Mimelech, Malachi Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Seichem l'shalom, Malachi Hashalom, Malachi Elyon, Mimelech, Malachi Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Seichem l'shalom, Malachi Hashalom, Malachi Elyon, Mimelech, Malachi Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch
It's so great to begin with such fantastic music to fill our souls. And now we have, if you see in the center of the bima, we have these two lights. These are the lights for Shabbat. And we're gonna do these lights in a special way. I've given out candles to all of those new members who joined us for dinner. It's one per family. If you don't have a candle, I have some here, and we'd love for you to participate. Did anyone not get a candle that was at the dinner before? You have it right below your right foot. Your left foot,
Your left foot.
sorry. There it is. Yeah, that was left for you. So light is a really important aspect of what happens on Shabbat. Not only is it the light of Shabbat that brightens our lives, but, you know, the light of knowledge, the light that allows us to see each other and to truly see each other. And also there's, when you think about it, light was the first thing ever created, according to the Torah. Yehi or is what God says in the first chapter of Genesis. And literally there was nothing until there was light. So we kind of feel in a way that, you know, you don't become a member of this congregation until you bring your light into this space. And so we'd love to have all of our new members help to light these candles, and we're going to kind of pass the light from one person to the next. But there's one other thing I wanted to mention. There was a teaching that I happenstanced upon this week, and surprisingly it was so appropriate for now. And it's from Nachman of Bratslav, who talked about the relationship of the sun and the moon. The moon doesn't give off any light by itself. The moon, as described by Nachman of Bratslav, is like a polished mirror. And when the light of the sun shines upon the moon, because it's this kind of polished mirror, that light shines back onto all of us. And I was thinking, the congregation's like the moon, and each person is like the sun. And as each of you bring your light to this space and to these candles, our congregation needs the light of every single person who's in the congregation in order to make that light shine. Because the light doesn't shine. The Cantor and I could be sitting in our office, there's no light shining. But the moment that the congregation comes into the space, that's when things brighten up. You know, that's when we're enlightened and we can bring back that light to all of you. So I'm going to start, and I will light this candle. And then I'd love to just, I'm going to start with you because you're right here. If you have a candle, please come up now. And we're just going to light these candles from one to the next. And whoever's the last person to get the candle lit, that person will light these Shabbat candles.
Be the light inside the darkness, be the hope, burning bright into the night, be the voice, for those
If you can,
who
come up and bring your light with you. Come on up to here.
who leads the way through the world's darkest days. Be the light, be the light, be the light, be the light inside the darkness, be the hope, burning bright into the night, be the voice, for those who cannot raise it, be the one who leads the way through the world's darkest days. Be the light, be the light, be the light. Stay right there, stirring. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. When days feel long and
transform darkness into light, to lead with love instead of might. We shine, we shine. Be the light, be the light inside the darkness, be the hope, burning bright into the night, be the voice for those who cannot raise it, be the one who leads the way through the world's darkest days, be the light, be the light, be the light.
Now that the light has come into the room, the Shabbat light, we really begin in earnest getting into our service. And this is actually my favorite moment of the week when we go through our last week and figure out whether it was good or awesome. What happened to you this week? Were there challenges? Were there victories? Was it a little of each? Just kind of take your way through each day from Saturday evening, if you can remember where you were. Sometimes I just kind of allow my mind to wander a little bit to where it goes from this week, and that's how I know kind of what was important to me. So however you'd like to do it, let's just take a moment to review our week, Chazarat HaShavua, and then we'll come back with our Shabbat singing.
We're going to continue on page 2020. Shabbat lives within us like a heartbeat, which sometimes just has to be awoken. It's not only in the moment when we face the entrance and welcome in the spirit of Shabbat, of the Sabbath bride, but it's in the moment where we invite the beauty of Shabbat to dwell within the depths of our hearts. It's in the moment when we pause just long enough to feel the beat in our chest, in our wrist, in our head. We pause, we listen, we feel. Page 20. Lecha dodi likrat kala penei Shabbat. Ishmianu
Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, B'nei Shabbat, Ekavela. Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, B'nei Shabbat, Ekavela. We rise as we welcome the Sabbath bride. We face the entrance. Verse 9. Boi v'shalom, ateret bala, gam besimcha, uv'sohola, toch emunei, am segula, boi chala, lecha dodi. On page 28 with our call to prayer, the Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. You may be seated. Yai lai lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai lai, yai lai lai.
So now we've reached the Shema. The tradition is to close our eyes for this prayer. I believe it's on page 34 if you need the words. Let's just sit, if you would, for a moment with our eyes closed. And notice what you're doing. 3 things. Your heart's beating, I hope. You're breathing. And your mind is wandering. That's what usually happens when I sit and close my eyes. But I want us to think about those first 2. Our heartbeat and our breath. This is that life force that happens no matter what we do. We don't have to think about that, it just happens. So just for a moment, feel your breath. Your natural breath in and out. And on the end of each breath, when you get to the bottom of that breath, see if you can find your heartbeat within it. There are some that believe that the word Yud He Vav He is actually a breath. That the name of God is in every breath we breathe. In each beat of our heart. And every breath from all of us and all the beats of our hearts and all the animals in the world that have breath and beat and all the plants that give us the ability to breathe, it's all one. And that's what we sing about as we sing the Shema.
Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. The Israelites walked into the Reed Sea 1 foot at a time. Imagine yourself there. What were they thinking about as the water rose up their legs, chilling their hearts, advancing toward their open mouths? We continue to walk here now, 1 foot at a time, on our better days forward. Alone, I cannot reach the far shore without drowning. Somehow, I don't go under. The person to my right holds me up. Something I cannot see holds him up. Blessed is the source of help, so often unexpected. We step forward. The sea is vast. Blessed are you, gracious one, for your miracles that greet us each and every day. Baruch atah Adonai, al nisecha shebechol yom imanu. We continue with that song of freedom, Mi Chamocha, on page 40.
Oh, say might have sang our song of freedom, but as we will read in the next couple weeks, it's still scary to be in the wilderness, even if you feel free. And to this day, every night when we go to sleep, we need that little extra prayer to say, protect me. When all of my senses are closed off, when I can't see, when I can't hear, who is going to protect me and make sure that I can sleep this whole night and wake up in the morning and be myself again? So when we created this service, a lot of people here have heard the spiel, but we went to each of the musicians. By the way, a refuah shlema to Lorry Black, who's normally here with a giant vibraphone, so you'll have to come back for that. But we decided that each one of us wanted to bring a specific part of our Jewish past with us to this service. And I love sharing this story. Danny told us about this beautiful Ufro Salenu that you'll hear in a moment from Barcelona. And none of us had ever heard it and just absolutely fell in love with it. Do you want to say anything? I'm speaking for you.
Yeah, the first Eleno I learned from Argentina, actually. Yeah, that's the one I remember listening when going to services in Buenos Aires. So thank you for...
And then you came to LA, and what did you hear?
I came to LA, and I remember Hashkivenu, Craig Tauman's Hashkivenu. And so by doing both, it's like integrating kind of like part of my story from Buenos Aires to LA and back and forth. So, yeah.
Yep. Here we go. We're on page 42. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leShalom v'hamidenu shomreinu lechaim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leShalom v'hamidenu shomreinu lechaim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leShalom v'hamidenu shomreinu lechaim. Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha. Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha. Baruch atah Adonai haporei sukat shalom aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael ve'al Yerushalayim ve'al Yerushalayim ve'al Yerushalayim. Amen. Try it with us. Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha. Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha. Baruch atah Adonai haporei sukat shalom aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael ve'al Yerushalayim ve'al Yerushalayim ve'al Yerushalayim. Amen.
We've reached that point in the service where we like to think about those people who are in our lives and in our minds and our hearts right now because they're in need of healing. So we're going to pause at some point in this prayer.
Actually, at the beginning.
At the beginning?
Yep. We'll
Like-
pause at the beginning.
Like we're going to start right in with this?
We're going to take the names first, I
Okay.
believe.
So what we do at this service is we take the names of those people who are in your lives that you're thinking about, and I also have a list here, and we can go online also for those people that are watching so that we can we can just kind of gather our energies together and direct them towards the healing of all those people that we care about. Should I? So in the congregation, we are thinking about Charles and Sandra Arenberg and Helen Berman, Eitan Chaim, David Childs, Woody Clark, Jay Clement, Clifford Connor, Iris and Gordon Cutler, Richard Dickies, Judy Fenton, Patty Goodman, Andy Hale and Helene Hale, Lorry Haynes, Naomi Bat Chaim Ishai Uvrana, Aliza Bat Karen, Lida Katan, Sis Klein, Kara Lewis, Sheila Merowitz, Kathleen Agnes McCarthy, David Pick, Warren Roston, Taylor Rubin, Hadar Salem, Jessica Schulman Rana, Sandy Silas, Lindy Sobel, Mabube Soleimani, Mojde Soleimani, Jesse Taylor, Harava Harona Bat Tzvia Yosef, Amanda and Amy Wolin, Pessel Bat Gittel Ve'ichel, Sonia Ann Weggy, Judith Bat Nechama Mordechai, and Howard Zellico. I'd like to know if there's any names that you'd like to add.
If you'd like to look at the source text for what we're singing, instead of the Misha Berach that we often sing, the beautiful one by Debbie Friedman, we're singing this responsive one. The text you can find on page 373, prayer that Moses said for Miriam, please God, please heal her. So you can see the Hebrew there, but the rest of it you can repeat after us. That means also heal all of us.
Dear God of our ancestors, dear God of our
Thank you for all these blessings.
Thank you for all these blessings.
Throughout our days and nights.
Throughout our days and nights.
We celebrate the journey.
We celebrate the journey.
This precious gift of life.
This precious gift of life.
With prayers of healing, with thoughts of our freedom, with thoughts of the light that each one of us brings to this community, we now turn inwards. We continue with the Amidah on page 46. We rise as we sing these words, God, open my lips that my heart may declare your praise. Help me, God, even if I don't think I know what to say. Help me put the words in my mouth so that I can make these prayers so that you can hear me. We'll start with these two lines on page 46, and then please take some time yourself. And when you are done with your silent prayers, you may be seated. Adonai tzvatai tivta, Adonai tzvatai tivta, ufi agid tehilatecha, ufi agid tehilatecha, Adonai tzvatai tivta, Adonai tzvatai tivta, ufi agid tehilatecha. promise that the next LA Oneg, I will have the words to the next song because it's one of my favorites. Heart of Mine by Cantor Marcia Atty. Huge inspiration to me in my childhood growing up. And then I walked into cantorial school, and there she was, studying to be a cantor at the same time as me. Talk about from generation to generation. Sometimes it doesn't matter. Everybody is on their own journey. And this woman who so inspired me in Camp Swig when I was 11 years old, who wrote this beautiful song, Heart of Mine, which we then carried on and did at my bat mitzvah and my nephew's brisses and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I had to bring here as my choice of something that really represents my love of Jewish music and what it can do to help me be a light here. So you'll catch on for the chorus, I promise you will. And next time, if you come for LA Oneg 5, I will finally have the words printed. Oh, heart of mine, lost and find my home is sometimes near and sometimes far. It's always changing. Oh, heart of mine, take the time to feel the sadness. Love is always near. It seems they go together. The walls are coming down and down and down, and life is going round and round and round, and love it will be found and found and found. It's all inside of you. Oh, moon of mine, to see you shine is like as if to wish upon a star. I'm so glad to see you. Oh, moon of mine, the night is time for love and wonder spread across the sky. What would we do without you? The walls are coming down and down and down, and life is going round and round and round, and love it will be found and found and found. It's all inside of you. Oh, friend of mine, eyes that shine and help me feel that I am not alone. How can I ever thank you? Oh, friend of mine, space nor time will break the bond that holds my heart with yours. I will always love you. The walls are coming down and down and down, and love is going round and round and round, and love it will be found and found and found. It's all inside of you. All inside, all inside of you.
Once again, we hear that beautiful song, and then I'm going to just kind of bring us down a little bit. As we come to the end of our service, during it, we thought about our own lives, right? We breathed a little and got into our heartbeat a little, thought about our week. Halfway through the service, we thought about those people who are ill and that are in our hearts and minds. And we end our service thinking about those people that came before us that are no longer here. They're with us, but they're just not here with us on this planet anymore. They exist in our hearts, and they exist in our heads, and they exist in us as we continue our lives. And Judaism understands that we need to continue to remember those people that have always been a part of our lives, whether they're here or not. So we take a time each week to think about those people who aren't here anymore. First, we'd like to recall those who have died in the last month in our congregation, whose families are observing Shloshim, specifically Betty Jean Wallace, Tony and Bruce's mother, Estelle Mickey Tenser, Karen Tenser's mother. And I'd like to know if there was anyone else here who was in the midst of Shloshim who would like to add their loved one's name to this list. If you'd stand, please, and I'll acknowledge you and you can say the name. None. We also recall those in our congregation that have died at this season in years past, whose yard sites occur on this Shabbat, and we specifically want to mention Mitchell Lerman and Carl Essenoff and Alice Paulette, Gertrude Jackson and Frank Favel Tenser. And I'd like to ask if there's anyone here who is observing a yard site to please stand and tell us who you're here to say Kaddish for.
My father, Arthur. My grandfather.
Is there anyone here who is in the first year after the death of a loved one? If you'd please stand and tell us who you're here to say Kaddish for. Is there anyone that I missed? Someone that would like to call out a name? So we say Kaddish Yatom for all those names that we called, and we say it also for those that have no one to say it for them. We say it for those lost in the Holocaust. We say it for those lost in the last 3 years from COVID-19. And I also like to mention anyone that has died in the violence of now, of the recent past. If we could rise together, we join together as one, and we say Kaddish Yatom. It's page 294. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, be'alma divra chirutei ve'amlich malchutei, b'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'v'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'v'zman kariv v'imru Amen. Yehi shemei Rabbah mevorach leolam ulolmei olmaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar, v'yit'aleh, v'yithalal, shemei d'kudesha b'richu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehi shalama rabba min shemaya, v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Ose shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel v'imru amen. May the one who creates harmony and peace on high bring peace to us, to all Israel, to the whole world. And we say, amen. You may be seated.
First of all, I want to say a big thank you to Danny, to Jenni, to Noam. You're so wonderful. And our community is blessed to have you. Thank you to Sarah in the back, who is making us heard and seen online and in person. We appreciate you. Thank you to Tanaz, who's been greeting and helping and so many things tonight, and to Jenni, who planned our beautiful dinner. Karen's here, all of the staff, Temple Emmanuel, who allows us to sit here safely and comfortably. So thank you. I do have a couple of announcements, even though we don't have our screens out. People at home will see it, but I can tell you. Please join us tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Rabbi and Aaron and I will be back in 12 hours. Um, I believe this coming Tuesday, our rabbinic intern, February 7th, that's definitely not this Tuesday. February 7th, our rabbinic intern starts his class from Generations and Generations, Jewish International Interactions. Interesting. Oh, yes. I was like, international, intergenerational. Wow. Sorry. Jewish intergenerational interactions. So check that out. I want to invite everybody 2 weeks from tonight to join us for our Shabbat Shira dinner experience. There will be no service in here. It's all going to be a huge dinner with trivia, with music, with our intergenerational choir. Please come. If you would like to be a team captain, please let us know, because we would love for you to be a captain and recruit some people to come and join your table. Let Rabbi Aaron know, because he's going to organize it all. No. Let Tanaz, or who's back there? Is Jenni there? No, that's Michelle. Sorry. Let us know if you would like to be a team captain. And then we'll give you a color shirt to wear. No, we won't. And also, so that's 2 weeks from tonight, but a week from tonight is Holocaust Remembrance Day, and we have Helena, that's international. What did I say, intergenerational? No. International Holocaust Remembrance Day. We have our congregant Helena Wachtel coming to speak, and we would love to show the support of our community. So really, the next 2 weeks, please be here. And then you could take a week off to take a deep breath if you need to, but we breathe at Shabbat, right? We're really just excited. I'm excited to see so many people here. To our new members, welcome. It was really beautiful to see all the light that you brought during our candle blessings, and we could not be who we are without you. That being said, we are going to close with 2 songs. One is Lo Alecha, this text that says it's not our duty to finish the work, but it's also our job to be a part of it, to not desist, to not push back on trying to be a part of the solutions in this scary world that we live in. And I think, again, going back to the light, it's not your job to light the entire community, but if each one of us is a part of it, then we can just solve the problems of the world. No, but maybe it'll feel like it for just a moment. So, Lo Alecha, and then we're going to close with Osei Shalom, our song of peace. When we get to that Osei Shalom, please stand up, put your arms around each other if you feel comfortable, and we'll close out nice and cozy. Hold on. I keep doing. When the world feels too heavy on your shoulders, and your heart aches with all there is to do, just remember it's not yours alone to carry. Just look up, I am standing here with you. Hand in hand, we'll walk this road together. Step by step is how we all must start. Build the world through acts of love and kindness. Fix the world by mending every heart. Take a breath when you are feeling weary. Raise your voice when you are feeling strong. Take this moment to recognize Stand up, put your arms around your loved ones. On a new friend or in your community. Oh, say shalom.
Shalom. Shalom. Say shalom. Say shalom.
You can feel silly, do with us. Be the one who makes peace down, bring peace down. Be the one who makes peace, bring peace down, bring peace. Be the one who makes peace, bring peace down, bring peace down. Be the one who makes peace, bring peace down, bring peace down.
May you feel blessed and protected. May you feel luminous and loved.
Amen.
And may you feel joyous and whole. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace down, bring peace down. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom.
Shalom.